Hello and welcome to Shadowrun: The Road to Chaos. This is a mini episode for all of you who are watching. Today it's just me and the delightful Bastion, Major Dude Strong.
Hello, I am Bastion, also known as Major Dude Strong, on Discord.
So
I'm not telling you on my Discord tag. I did not want you to find me.
he is after all a Shadowrunner. So he's got to be in the shadows, guys. I know he's gorgeous, but still, different matter. Um, yeah, so we've got a mini episode. Oddly enough, this is an episode that will be coming out after, before the finale of the last mission. And no, there will not be spoilers. There might be clues, but not spoilers. So have fun with that. Um, so we pick up our we pick up with Bastion after he's just left the facility. It is absolutely raining outside. Um, but he's exchanged details with the rest of the party and he's heading on out, um, pulling his hood up as he goes. Where is it that you head to?
Okay, the hood doesn't actually fit me, surprisingly enough to that. It's an old thing. Like, it's pretty old, so the only thing that fits me nowadays is the vest. Um, okay, I'm going to be heading to the nearest and moderately good jewelry shop that probably have the thing I'm looking for, like necklace-wise. Like, I'm looking
Okay.
for a pendant.
Yeah, you're not too far from most of the decent places. Um, in fact, you're in a corporate zone, so it's pretty easy for you to find one sort of on your way out of the Rhine Recu compound. Um,
Yeah.
there's one. It's kind of an all-night jewelry shop. It's
The worst
2067.
place for drunk people.
Oh yeah, just all the drunk people just proposing to each other, just on the side of street corners. That's what's happening here.
2067 guys, wait for it to happen.
So you get to this jewelry shop, and it's obvious that uh, it's been open pretty much all night for whatever reason. Maybe it's 24 hour. Maybe they just had really good business. Who knows? Um, yeah, and you walk in there, and there is a rather sleepy-looking dwarf woman at the counter, just sort of sorting through various stones on the counter.
Okay. So he's just sorting like gemstones and stuff.
She, yeah.
Does he look? Sorry, she. I refer to everyone as he's doing this or that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Um, London life people. So yeah. So what is? How tired does she look?
Like she only woke up about like 30 minutes ago.
Okay, so I'm gonna be very courteous and very quiet. Um, and perhaps advise to buy her coffee if she's not coming over to my way of thinking. Okay. So I'm just gonna knock, like not just on the glass, but like on the bit of wall, because I know like people hate other people like knocking on the display glass because they have to wipe it off and make sure it looks all shiny and stuff. So I'm gonna knock on the like a nearby bit of plaster wall or anything, whatever's near,
Yeah. See,
um, and
yeah.
just be like, uh, open for business.
Yes, yes. Come in, come in. Welcome to our wonderful jewelry shop.
You
She's obviously really trying to like put on energy.
you seem quite tired. You do not need to worry about appearances in front of me.
Yeah, it's just the morning. I'm not a morning person, but my assistant, he unfortunately ran into some trouble last night, so he's not feeling too good.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
Now he was stupid enough to walk in front of a van. He's fine.
Children. Never mind. So I'm going to approach and I say, I am looking for a gift for a special somebody.
Ah, not a ring, I suppose.
Not a. I kind of like did a.
It's all right. It's all right. What sort of gift are you looking for? What is the occasion?
I've already recovered from a bit of, I mean, no, no, not really. Maybe, don't know, sort of thing. I'm going to say, I'm looking for a necklace with a pair of angel wings as decoration.
Hmm.
I
What
know these
material?
sort of things are a little difficult to get by. Silver, if preferable. She doesn't really like gold.
Angel wings made out of silver. Not too difficult. We've got quite a few. Are you particularly against corporations? I know some people around this area are. You're either a corporation friendly person or you're very anti corporation. Um,
Um, well, it depends. Basically, nothing that's no, not in any line of corporations that are particularly racist.
corporations are corporations. They'll make money out of anything. Um,
And then I presume it's fine.
what's your budget?
Good question. What is my budget? Considering we'd have completed the mission by this point.
So you would have
How
add,
much would we have earned? This is what I'm saying.
add an extra 3,000 on top of your new yen.
Yeah, so I'm going to say 2,505 new yen.
Ah, must be a very special lady then.
That is my budget, of course. You do not have to go to the maximum of that to earn money for your business.
Most of my money goes into stopping people from ruining my business. And
Understandable.
you see like it's been cleverly like hidden away, but you do see like there is an obvious smash
It's just
mark.
a fucking turret. It's just a Mach 5 turret. Just...
Not quite. You see that there's been a
Oh dear.
smash. You know that lovely pattern that happens when a window's been smashed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's somewhere in the background, but she sort of draped it over with like fancy material, just to pretend
Just
like
this
it's
cloth.
totally not there.
It's also this like elegant like velvet cloth sort of thing that I can like kind of see that.
Yeah, and she sort of joking, and she sort of wisps a little bit of sort of incense smoke near that area, and you can just see like laser beams across across that area.
Just the whole place is just gridded. Okay, yeah. It's
Uh,
like she like even like the front of the shop, she just undoes that during the day when she's working, and then when her poor assistant comes in at night, just do. Yeah, I can imagine that. Okay.
well, she sort of looks up and she's sort of trying to think. Um, I'm how I know it's a bit indelicate to ask, but is she a much older woman or is she a much younger woman? What sort of style are we looking at?
She isn't very old, I would say. Mature, but that is experience, not age.
Fair enough. Um, she sort of looks and she hops down. You realise that all this time she was like sitting on one of those like seats with that sort of elevates themselves, and
I
she
like the
sort of
bar stool.
yeah,
Yeah.
and she sort of disappears behind the bar, and she's sort of rifling through. Um,
Does she have like a cute little like set of stairs? Just
all you see is like this high ponytail slightly sticking over the top of the counter.
oh, that's adorable.
Um, she's a much older woman. This woman's about 40,
It
50,
doesn't
50.
matter. I still want to cuddle her and make her toast and stuff. Sorry, carry on.
And she brings out like a little palette, like pad number 38, and she hops back onto the stool and she goes, "Here is our angel collection. This is the ones that are in your price range. We got this one," and she goes through the prices. They ranging from sort of a 500 new yen up to about 2,000 new yen, um, ranging in detail. The 2,000 new yen has really fine detail on the feathers, and it has like um, a little stone in the middle, a diamond in the middle. Um,
Okay.
whilst
Um,
the 500 one has like turquoise in the middle, um, less detailed.
see, I know that turquoise is a favorite color, so that's annoying.
She's a jeweler.
Yeah.
You never
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
You never
Yeah.
know.
I'm gonna ask her which one is more durable because I know that price doesn't necessarily mean durability.
Durable against skin on skin contact. I mean, most all of these
Oh,
will do.
I
So,
indicate corrosion or breaking, that sort of thing.
um, well, they're all. Are you looking for solid silver? Or are you looking for like? Are you looking for plated silver? Because solid silver, uh, well, silver is less durable than say other metals, but and if it's silver
But plated
plated,
silver can corrode, can it not?
well, silver corrodes anyway.
Yes.
Um, but it will be, should we say, less pretty, but
Hmm.
more durable.
Is there not a hybrid form of this that you have?
I'm sure I could.
Look
Yes,
in stock?
I'm sure I could find something made out of a different material. If you're willing to compromise, I can find something. Um, find something out of a different material that's silvery, if that works better for you.
What does she mean by silvery? Is she like just gonna go pull out like titanium jewelry? Like, hey, by the way, this is like 50,000 new yen. I'm like, ah.
To be honest, titanium in this day and age is not that it's not too uncommon.
Yeah, I know. It's just like I'm just looking at this stuff. I'm like, which one is gonna like? She's gonna go to the back, pull out the one which is gonna cost me the most. Then I'm gonna feel like a jackass buying the cheaper one.
Um,
Um,
I I have one. I do have a couple which do have some enchantments on it. I don't know if that's.
what kind of enchantments
Um,
is she talking about?
one just makes it glow a little bit better, but it also sort of keeps it from. It keeps it from corroding. Um,
How much
basically,
extra cost will enchantments give? Like, I'm presuming like 500 new yen upwards.
I mean, are you looking for like? She sort of indicates the original pad, and goes sort of which one were you looking at for enchantment?
Like the one with the diamond in it, and I was also showing interest in the one with the turquoise. So I go to the turquoise on it, and I like kind of lay a hand over it slightly. I go, this one caught my interest.
Hmm.
Turquoise is her favorite
I could, if turquoise is her favourite stone, I can change the setting. That's not a problem.
setting.
Yes, I could put the turquoise in the diamond setting.
I see. I wasn't aware that's something that could be done.
I'm a jeweler. This is my entire job. Of course I can do
I'm
this.
getting a Gilmore vibe from her. Of course, darling. Oh dear. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah.
She sort of
Yeah. Okay.
picks up a it's almost like a flagon almost, but you realize you get this very distinct smell of soy coffee, soy
Oh gosh.
calf.
Yeah. This is like something to wake her up.
Yeah, and
Okay.
she takes like a proper swig while she's obviously deliberating in your brain as to which one you're having. Um, and she even has like a little marshmallow just floating on top.
What? Wow. That's the taste of dwarfs will never like make sense to me. So
She
I'm going
it's
to
soy calf.
kind
It doesn't taste that good.
that's probably the reason why it has the marshmallow. It's just like to bring the bite off it, I suppose.
It's kind of like the difference. And I feel very sorry for anyone who's gluten intolerant, but gluten-free bread is terrible.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the difference between gluten-free bread and normal bread.
Oh, yeah. No, I've had gluten-free bread before, so it's kind of like, is it mush or is it something that tastes like something?
It tastes like
Um,
coffee-ish.
y- yeah, yeah. It's like it's something there, but it's missing something.
Yeah.
Hence why the marshmallow is there. Okay. Now that we've finished deliberating marshmallow etiquette, yeah, I'm gonna ask for yeah. So I'm gonna go instead of saying I'm going to do this because it's role play. I might as well. I go. I would like the turquoise one, the turquoise stone, if possible, put into the. Sorry, I had something in my throat. Um, if I could have the turquoise stone put it into the silver necklace piece. This is precious jewelry. She wouldn't wear it out on the job.
That is fair. Did you want the enchantment, or are you okay with that?
Um, what? How much would enchantments cost? Is what I'm
Tell,
more concerned with.
tell you what, since turquoise is a really cheap gem for me to get, um, we'll say it's the same price.
Very well.
I keep my nicely cut diamond for another time, and you can have the turquoise, and I can make it glow for your lovely lady. And gives you the smirk, like she saw your reaction when she said, "Is it a ring?" And the fact that Bastion, who probably came in looking a little bit,
I
you know,
look beraggled.
well,
I just look like absolute crap right now.
yeah, basically
Like we've just been through a training exercise.
you look like you've been in a fight. To be honest, you look a bit hot on the collar, so you don't exactly look like the most. Uh, you don't look like the most sophisticated person on the planet.
A rugged Prince Charming.
Yeah,
Basically,
and now
yeah.
you've turned from I just beat up a guy into
Yeah, that's basically most of the characters I play actually. Um,
yeah,
it's like I just threatened the guy for his life for a password, and then suddenly I'm just like,
yep.
But that's pretty much me in a nutshell, really. I play my characters, so yeah.
Bastion, hard on the outside, just a soft caramelly center in the middle. Uh,
Basically, hard and rugged on the outside, can probably take more than a few hits, and looks like he'd probably ruin most of your parties. And yeah, but on the inside, he's just a marshmallow taco, you know.
pretty much, but yeah. So she she takes a silver necklace. She gets, and you notice like amongst the gems that she's been sorting. One of them is in fact a turquoise, and she sort of picks them up and goes, "That will work." And she sort of, in this insanely swift way, like you don't know if she's an enchantress herself or whether she's just so practiced at her skill. She just literally pops out the diamond and it goes flinging over the top of it into like a little
A
box.
very specific pot at the back.
Yeah, she literally just flicks it and it goes into a pot behind her, and she sort of slams the other one. And
Does she do that like kind of does anybody remember like these sort of like skill videos where they just go at the end of it
yeah,
and they turn to the camera? Yeah, this I feel like this is what she's doing. She pops it in like ting, ping, 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 and just turns to me like,
she's in essence doing the equivalent of the jeweler's equivalent of cocktail shaking, like
yeah, yeah, okay. She's doing a bit of showmanship.
yeah.
Okay.
And she hammers the new gem into the setting, very carefully with her jeweler's
I
set.
was gonna say you said hammers. It just like
No, not quite, not quite. She's not a forger. She is a jeweler. Um, and
yeah.
so she concentrates a little bit, and a little flash of white light comes out of her hands, and you notice that the setting and the piece slightly glows with a slightly blue light.
What kind of? Oh, a blue. I like that. I was gonna say if it's gonna be like start glowing like yellow or something, you'd be like, no, I'll have to pass on the piss necklace. Um, yeah.
At,
Okay. So Bastion, in typical Bastion fashion, is going to go from to ooh shiny.
I believe this will impress the lady. So,
So 2,000 new yen.
indeed.
I just immediately dun, dun, walk over the couch. Bastion knows his decisions. He makes no regrets.
That is fair. That is absolutely fair. Remember
That's
to
exactly what he's like.
remember to take away 2,000 new yen from your character sheet.
1,505 is what I still have, so
Yep,
I'll keep track of that.
brilliant. So, yeah, you've got the necklace, and because she likes you, she sort of puts it in a little box, and she finds it very amusing that this young fellow has been so easily embarrassed by her. This tiny dwarf woman, uh, she's basically like the sort of age who'd be your mother. uh,
I'm so tempted to say, just be like, thanks, mum. On the end of it. No. No, I won't.
it's this from behind you, a squirrely chap comes in. He's a scrawny human lad comes in and goes, "I'm sorry I was late. Get behind the bar. Come on, come here.
You must be the assistant.
Yes, yes, that'd be me. Hi." He's obviously running late and he's absolutely
I
drenched.
walk over to him. I put my hands on both of his shoulders. And I say to him, I understand that you may have a busy work route, and all these sorts of things. Your sleep may be out of tack, and yes, like that. But to run late is to show disrespect to your boss, and she's a fine lady.
Oh,
Try not to do so in the future. I give him a little pat on the cheek,
um, um, I'll try not.
and I smile, and I go, oh, and one more lesson. Calm down.
He's
You're not in trouble.
he's probably like a 15-year-old lad. This is probably like his one and only job that he's ever managed to get. And he's like, "Okay, sir, you'll be fine. Just here to help, madam. Thank you." And he sort of.
I nod and I just let him go. Like he just turns into a dust cloud right in front of me, and yeah. I let him go. Yeah.
He's a good.
And I
lad.
walk back to the counter.
Oh, he's a good lad, really.
I
He
know.
just needs to look where he's going when it comes to crossing roads.
Reminds me of myself when I was a child.
I hope you didn't take too many dents.
We didn't go into that.
It's probably a good idea. She gathers from just the fact that you look like you've been in a fight. She's seen a few things. She knows kind of your type.
She's seen people who've been through the works.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she sort of goes, "Well, my dear, I do not feel like the rain is going to let up anytime soon. You better get home before you are absolutely drenched like my assistant."
Perhaps you shall give me a shower then. I've been needing one.
She looks like she's about to say something really sassy, but then like
No, go on.
professionalism like.
No, it's fine. We're all people here.
Well, I'm glad that you think we're people. That
We're all people.
it's all right. As I say, I'm quite used to young men getting into fights. You look like you had a fun night. I hope you have a fun morning as well.
Fun is not the half of it. And I pick up the box and I go, well, I should take my leave. And, treat the boy well. He deserves better than just one job.
Well, it's all I can afford at the moment. Poor lad.
I just nod and I'm already at the door.
Very well. And
In
just
typical anime fashion.
and just as you leave, all you hear is just a bunch of raised voices between the two of them, not shouting but anything negative, but just obviously she was putting on her like diplomatic "this is my business" voice, and now she's back to being basically this kid's mother.
Yeah, the bossy mum. The boss mum.
Yeah.
So it's raining.
Yep, it's raining.
How heavy?
It's not thundering, but it's.
But it's proper pouring it down.
The boy came in absolutely soaking and was creating a puddle in the middle of the shop.
Yeah, I figured like either that or he just had a very long route.
Yep.
To work. So I'm gonna pull up my hood and I go, it's raining mad, and head back towards the docklands.
Well, fortunately, the facility wasn't too far away from the docklands, so actually.
Do you use my bus pass?
You can use a bus pass. You have a medium lifestyle. I will allow you to have a bus pass with that. You get on the bus. It's a bit of a rundown bus, but it works.
It's got wheels and a roof. That's all I need.
It's kind of like those old school buses, there's probably gum under the seat, but you're quite used to this by now. It drops you like maybe a little bit further away from your house than you'd like, but you get out and you walk to the shop, and I'm presuming that you don't do any particular detours on the way.
Unless Carlos, the shopkeeper's just waking up.
I He's right on the other side of town, so unless you're gonna go to the other
Okay,
side of
no,
town.
no, 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 no. I was gonna be like, I want to see my homie Carlos again.
uh, Carlos is sadly on the other side of town.
The flower man,
Yep.
yes. And
Uh,
I have. Wait, what was the? Oh, did I ever get the jewelry woman's name, or does she have like a? Did she have like a name badge?
you didn't get the jewelry woman's name. You'll have to find
Did
out
she have a
later.
name badge?
No, she didn't.
Okay, well I'm gonna find out later anyway, so that's cool.
So yeah.
She probably has like some sort of brand name on the back, which I can look up on the internet.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you turn the corner to where the unit is that basically is your house and the the mechanical wear shop that you currently live in with a
Yeah,
lovely young lady called Sherita. I'm probably absolutely mashing that name, but
it works for now. It's Sheruta
there you go, Sherita.
because there's like a little thing on the U.
Yep, I did not do well in
Yeah,
languages. I do sign
it's
language.
it's okay. I don't, so you're already better than me. Uh,
Um,
yeah, yeah. I'm going to knock on the door.
well, before
No,
before
I
you
have the
even
keys.
get
I have the keys. I know.
yeah
Mm.
before you even get there though, you notice that the door is in fact open. Um, and just as you hear a raised voice inside, and the slam of
Time to roll
something
some stealth.
metal against. Roll for stealth if you want to. Yeah.
I'm rolling for stealth. Life of a rogue.
Um, basically, you hear the sound of something heavy and metal hitting uh, hitting the side wall. As you hear what you presume is Shiruta and a gentleman. You can't make out exactly what they're saying though.
That is 4 hits, 1 miss.
You pass. You get into your crouch. You put your hood up, and you sort of sneak around the side of the door. um, and there's Sherita standing on top of the. Basically, it's a molten wreck of your car that you originally had. It's still a molten wreck of car. It's basically a piece of metal at this point. She is standing there, and you realise that metal clang was her throwing a spanner at this orc gentleman in front of her, and she is holding. Well, it's basically a 2 foot long pipe wrench.
Okay.
She is not happy with this orc. Whatever he's
Okay.
done, he is not happy. Um,
Can I listen in on the conversation
he can.
and hold an action or just a move to react before he goes and does anything rash?
Hmm.
And kind of snuck around the corner and just sneaky watching.
Yeah. Um, so she's literally just trying to get the high ground, trying to make herself look as big as possible. She's quite a small person, but
She's around about 5'6", I'm
yeah.
reckoning.
Well, she's
Yeah.
about 5'6", but she's also quite a small person frame wise. But
Yeah.
you've taken a spanner to the head. You know she can throw pretty damn hard when she wishes.
Oh yeah.
um,
I've taken the spanner to the scenic route as well. It isn't pleasant.
you surprised her. Don't do that. Um,
Never, never, never again.
so as you sort of you snuck behind one of the other cars that she's fixing up, she goes, "How dare you come into my workshop? Expect me to just give you money for what? Just because you think that I need your protection? Excuse you." And the orc is
Okay.
the
I'm
orc
listening.
the orc is obviously he sort of cracks his knuckles and goes, "You're just a woman. You barely run this shop at all. I know you are trying to fit into a world that only men can really run, but still, you require protection. You are a woman. Somebody could
Okay,
ravage
before he
you."
keeps going on his misogynistic rant, um, have you ever played Overwatch before? Have you ever seen Reaper just like appear from the floor, sort of thing?
I have only seen it in adverts, but
In
yes.
that, well, then you've seen enough. So in that fashion, I'm going to have my glaive ready, and I'm pointing it right between his shoulder blades on his back. And I kind of say very authoritatively, there is already one guardian here.
Um, roll to intimidate.
Okay, that's another 10d6.
Yeah.
I know my intimidation.
Intimidation.
You know where it's going to go. Intimidation.
I just waited for a quick glitch. That's
You're
definitely
not getting it today.
not yet. Not yet.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
So the guy was not expecting you, and he stiffens because he's sensing something at his back.
The Naginata is right on his back.
Yeah.
Like the blade kind of just pressing in just enough to like catch the threads of his clothes. Or whatever else armor he's wearing.
He's probably a good half a foot taller than you, but
Yeah.
at the
The
same
Naginata is more than enough length to make up for that.
exactly. And he doesn't move per se, but he just sort of looks over his shoulder to see who it is. So the woman has a soldier boy. Interesting.
I suggest you leave. And leave your racket alone outside the door.
My racket.
Your protection racket. Do not pretend to make jokes around me.
He steps forward away from your blade.
Towards Sherato, which is a bad decision.
Sort of almost like step to turn round, because obviously turning around straight on the spot would be a very bad idea.
I'm now kind of tracing the blade and keeping it now at his neck.
Yeah. And he's surveying you. He's sort of almost taking in your size to see exactly what sort of person you are. He's like, well, I don't feel like breaking a kid's bones today. You see?
I do not feel like having orcs do. Now please leave.
Very well. I'll leave you to your little girlfriend. And he storms out whistling. Just as
I escort him off the premises.
Just as he gets to the door, he goes, "Have fun. I hope you make it in this world, little girl." And he leaves.
Before he leaves, I talk after him. He says, "Better than your hairy ass," and close the door behind him with a slam.
I could have taken him.
I do not doubt that you would. However, we need to avoid combat at any cost. After all, he is a pointless exercise.
It might be good for my strength.
You missed your mail, by the way.
My mail?
Yes. I hold the package. Special delivery.
So for her demeanor, which was a very pissed off short woman with a very large pipe wrench, goes from
I love that. It's more like a buster's on. It's probably as big as her.
pretty much
Working like trucks and freighters and that sort of thing.
like it's a two-handed weapon for her.
Yeah.
And it goes from a very serious look to, aww. Like she goes from adult to much younger adult.
Adult to kind of gooey. Yeah.
And she picks up the pipe wrench. She sort of launches it to the side. It goes in a skip. And she
Just like lands. It's like perfect skill challenge again. Lands perfectly in the pot.
It's a pretty large skip. It's not quite as skillful as the lady in the shop, but
It's just like a kind of.
yeah. And she sort of hops down off the piece of metal which was your car.
Yep.
And she walks over to you and goes,
Poor Betsy.
What are you? What is all this for?
A small gift.
You already
A
bought me a
gesture,
visor.
if you will.
And you notice that she's still got the visor like on top of her head.
Yeah, she's still wearing it. I knew.
Along with
I couldn't
along with
call
the
that
pair of
visual.
goggles, like she's got the pair of goggles like underneath, like hung around her neck, and she's got the
And she
visor
got
on
like the
top.
neon kind of glowy kick flick sword. You know?
Yep, she's got the visor ready to come down when she's doing her work.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm kind of like joking around, like, and yet you haven't even opened the box yet, and you don't know what it is. And here I thought you were the smart one.
well, I trust you not to surprise me. Hopefully, you've learned
And
your
yet
lesson
here
by
I
now.
am.
True, but you didn't make a loud noise whilst you were doing so. So, and frankly, I was more ready to use my pipe wrench for something else to wrench.
You
Um,
think I'm some hulking brute like that man? Please, give me some credit.
you have a bit more finesse.
I'd like to think so.
So, again, why?
Give us a moment. And I just quickly like back around the door, just kind of in a way.
You just hear like this subtle giggle as you sort of disappear around the corner because she is just baffled by your behaviour at the moment.
I'm just like, sweet Amaterasu, I'm not ready for this yet. But I kind of walk back in, and I'm like,
The mask is
know,
back on.
no. I'm still awkwardly around Sheraton.
Ah,
It's when stuff goes down is when it's proper like mask on, ready to fight.
yep.
Or when I'm on a mission. You know, you keep your professional life and that sort of thing separate, don't you?
Yeah, that's
So
right.
I say, you know, when you, I nearly died when I came here.
She sort of her face drops, remembering the night that you came to her door.
Yeah, I, without your help, I would not exist nowadays. And although my plight against my family, because I still haven't fully told her about the Yakuza, so I probably will in a bit. But yeah, although my plight against my family is not even a step closer to success, I am still able to continue my fight today because of you.
Oh, you saved me before.
Nothing another agent could have done on the field.
Nothing that another agent didn't do.
True. But still, I wanted to give you this as a, and it's the kind of just awkward kind of, as a gesture. Just take it.
She takes it. She's really not sure what to make of you at this point. She's just like, he's suddenly gone all sappy. Like he's naturally awkward, but he's gone sappy and awkward. And
Yeah.
she opens the lovely velvet box which the dwarven lady had given to you, and she sees the necklace and she's like, "Oh, you know too much. You know I like toilet
Well, I
boys."
am meant to be the guardian of this place. I'd be a liar if I said I haven't watched certain things. Not those things.
And she
I
just
clarify, like very backing out, like
she just bursts out. She just bursts out laughing. You're too easy, Bastion. Too easy. I love it. How did you get it to glow like that? I haven't seen turquoise glow like that before.
an enchantment or two, maybe.
Huh.
I am no magician. Make sense of this. I just know people.
Fair enough.
Literally met the person like 5 minutes ago, but okay.
She takes off the other goggles that she has, the sort of battered ones.
She's just gonna like get a necklace of these eventually.
Eventually, to be honest, she could possibly, or she'll just have like
Yeah.
goggles. Just
Yeah, just like a kind of helmet.
yeah,
Which one's the wear today? Just
yeah. And she puts it on, and she sort of uses takes off the visor and sort of uses it as a mirror to see it, and she's like, "That's so cool! It goes in my visor."
despite it being kind of a cold blue, it's actually quite warm to the touch.
It would be if it's enchanted, yeah. Um, and she sort of she admires it for a bit, like using her visor to look at it.
Impromptu mirrors. Okay. Yep.
Uh, Before putting the visor back on, not over her eyes, but just sort of on top of her head. Um, and she's like, "You're a strange one, Bastion. Anyway, it's early morning. You probably haven't eaten. Have you had breakfast?
No.
No. Come sit down." And she sort of drags you by the wrist to like the little area which she always has set up for like
I let
prep.
myself be dragged along. This is a nice experience.
Yep.
I like this.
And she sort of sits you down. And she's like, "Wait there." Before she sort of rushes upstairs to the kitchen. You presume the kitchen because all you hear is like, the clinking of teacups and all this jazz.
Just like sort of running around, just like yeah.
And a few minutes later, she comes down, um, and she sort of got pancakes. She's found pancakes today, um,
My God.
and she's even got like proper syrup.
Soy pancakes or real
They're
pancakes?
soy pancakes, but she's got real maple syrup. So,
Oh my God.
um,
Oh.
and she's brought down like her excessive collection of different types of tea and
Yeah.
infusions.
Right. If we ever get to the point like where we start receiving mail and stuff, just send me maple syrup. Like I'll be happy. I'll be a happy man.
Same here.
I will bathe in it someday. Sorry, carry on. We went off on a tangent there.
That's fine. Do you want to? Would you like to describe Sherita to the audience?
Okay. For those of you who aren't aware of Sherita, just in terms of appearance currently, or do you want
In terms
backstory
of
and stuff?
appearance, only appearance.
Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. In terms of appearance, yeah, she is a sort of medium frame, but like a little bit like when someone is slight and they've been like somewhat to the gym, like they've had exercise, that sort of thing. Yeah. Um, she's like sort of like kind of the slight, but still a little bit built around the shoulders and arms, sort of gal. Kind of a petite, kind of elfish, kind of a fae kind of looking face. Like when someone has that sort of youthful appearance to them, almost a little bit timeless, perhaps. Like kind of, and her hair is like kind of, it's like down to like shoulderish, like medium shoulderish. Like it doesn't get in the way of work, but it's there. Like you can definitely tell, like it's something you can run your hands through. And it's this kind of like dark ebony, black purple-ish kind of shade
Yeah.
with a very obnoxious streak of bright blue going like right down here and kind of like resting just by her eye.
And there you go. That is Sherita.
Yeah.
Um,
So you have this tall red-haired guy and this kind of small blue-haired girl.
yep.
If that makes any sense.
And she comes down. She's brought the tea, and she's wearing a well, she's wearing a sort of version of a kimono, not like a full version, but it's early morning. It's comfy, and frankly,
Yeah,
she would
it's
probably
like
do her work in this as well,
pajamas.
pretty much.
Yeah.
And she sets it down in front of you, and
So many similarities between Sheraton and real life me. Like I just if I'm not going out, I just wear my pajamas all day.
yep, know that feeling. Um, but yeah, she sits down and she starts making tea in the proper Chinese fashion. Chinese fashion.
Okay. Okay, so she's gonna be making Chinese tea when she's Japanese. Nice.
Yep. Well, she's making
Yeah.
Chinese tea for herself, and she sort of gestures to you, going,
Oh,
How would
okay.
you like yours?"
Assuming that I'm going to have some. Okay, yeah.
She always
Yeah.
assumes you're going to have
I'm not
some.
going to complain. Yeah, I'm not going to complain. She does some proper good tea.
Uh,
Like, at some point. So I'm going to kind of sit down. Like, what is our seating arrangement, by the way? Is it like a table and chairs, or is it like kind of the cushion and mahjong looking table?
she's got a hell of a lot of cushions in this corner of the room.
Okay, so it's literally just like a small table. It's just like puff cushions, just like that.
Yeah, imagine like traditional Japanese seating, except it's gone a bit mad with the cushions.
Yeah. Okay. So instead of cushions, it's like small bean bags then.
Pretty
Okay.
much.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I can live with that. I'm happy about that. Okay. Yeah. So what? What?
So she sits down and goes, "So decent time at the job? You left in kind of a dramatic fashion as you usually do, but
I look down at my clothes. They're like covered in mud and soot, and like there's a few bullet rips here and there. I look back at her and I go, uh, sure, a great time.
she sort of indicates behind you, and you realise there's like a sort of a toweling robe behind you. Like
Yeah, that's
she's quite used to the idea of you coming in
me
looking.
coming home covered in just scars and cuts. And yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
she's
this
just
is my
like,
life now.
why don't you put that on? That'll keep you warm.
In front of you. My Shadowrun, you're quite forward tonight.
Coming from you, I
Ah,
wasn't meaning
I
like
couldn't
the
put on.
honestly. And she's just sort of drinking her tea. And she's sort of looking away while she's sort of changing your shirt for the kimono. Uh,
I make no charade of it. I'm literally just taking things off and putting them on again.
yeah. But
Perception check.
she's still
I'm kidding.
uh, perception track. She sees everything.
Yeah. Just
So,
has like a very cleverly like hidden pocket mirror she just pulls out and yeah. No, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
no, as much as she thinks you're adorable, she still gives you
Some
some privacy.
privacy. Some privacy. Yeah, there it is.
Um,
Yeah.
but
I
yeah.
remember the showers, it's fine. So yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So what got you? Honestly, I'm so surprised that you just suddenly came out with a gift like that again. It seems a bit. It seemed like you're going soft on me.
Time to cut the cake then, I suppose. I'm not going to lie. Um, since I don't know how to say it, survived this past few years, it is. Would it be so alien if I had affections for you?
She she's still trying to read you. She's sort of still not.
She's gonna have to make a perception check.
I
No, no, seriously.
I will make a judge intentions check.
Yeah, whichever one is needed, like an insight check or that sort.
Depends on if you're hiding anything particularly.
Make an insight check and I'll decide.
Uh, yep, that's about the right amount of dice. By the way, I roll my dice off screen so that none of these guys can cheat.
Yeah, we can't look at your like. Yeah, we can't look at your bot.
Yeah, she has no clue. Like she really
Okay.
has no clue.
Um, there is a small kind of rueful smile tugging up the corner of one of my lips, one side of my face, sort of thing. And a sort of, I might as well cut the cake now, sort of thing.
Oh, I yes, maybe. At the same time, I never thought you were that
Ah,
interested
you
in a
thought
lot
my
of
heart
things.
was stone.
To be honest, I thought your heart was in the work.
You would not be the first to say that. But if my heart was in the work all the time, then I wouldn't even come here in the first place.
My dear, I have tea and I have real maple syrup, and I have your wreck of a car. Of course you'd come here. And you have a bed
I do not
here.
mean that. Perhaps you missed the point, but not time to explain right now. Let us eat.
Absolutely. And you notice that she didn't just make one pancake. She made like a proper stack of
Stack.
pancakes.
Yeah. I was figuring she walked in with a stack, not with like one or two.
Oh, by the way,
Like, yeah,
they're not
she's a
American
mechanic.
pancakes. They are British pancakes. Just so you know.
I don't know. I actually like the puffy ones. Okay.
It's alright. She's like made them so that you can like roll them up. Like she's sort
Yeah,
of
yeah,
rolled
like
them up in
crepes.
yeah.
Crepes. Oh yeah.
They're slightly thicker than crepes, but not quite as puffy as American ones.
I'm tempted just to quote Sombra, but yeah, no,
No,
it's not
no,
right now.
can't do that. Copyright.
Can't do that. Copyright. The copyright gods are watching us. I'm looking at you, Twitch. I'm
Yeah.
looking at you.
Not spons.
Copyright gods.
But yeah.
Okay, and that sounded like a redneck. What happens next?
But yeah, she just digs in. Um, ever, so
Don't
look
blame her.
at,
She's a mechanic. She's gonna be hungry.
yeah, she is very hungry. It's the morning. She's just woken up to an angry orc bashing on her door. You know.
I've closed and just to let you, I've closed and locked the door. By the way, just to make sure he doesn't come back in here.
That's fair.
Because I know Shelter probably usually leaves her door unlocked. Because she usually needs customers to come in or like knock, open the door, come on in,
Yeah.
sort of thing. And she doesn't want to seem too shifty for her business, so it makes sense.
But yeah, as she's digging in, she glances up at you several times, still trying to read you.
I mean, you can keep making insight checks if you want.
I can't do it
Just
too
tell me
many
how many
times.
you make. You know,
Do a composure roll.
composure. What do I have to roll for that?
So
I currently have my roll sheet with me.
fortunately, I do.
Good.
Your composure roll.
So this is
It's
a mini
7.
RP. I'm not meant to have my stuff with me.
It's
But
7.
you know, 7. Okay, thank you.
That's better.
Four hits, no misses.
Nope, you still beat her. You still beat her by quite a bit.
I'm starting to think I'm the Percival of this group.
No, not quite the Percival, I don't think.
Yeah, not
Nearly.
yet.
Nearly.
I'm
not
getting to be the golden boy someday.
Yeah. So yeah, she's still not quite sure what to make of you. Like she's even started to wonder whether perhaps, like, because you can glean from her a little bit about her. You kind of glean that she's like, did he hit his head too many times? I
Oh, so is she like literally kind of thinking of that sort of thing right now?
yeah, she's like going, something's happening. Like
So I'm kind of gonna read her mind, like kind of fake read her mind sort of thing. Like I can tell kind of what she's thinking of, and I'm gonna be, no, I'm in perfect peak physical condition.
she raises her eyebrow just.
Although I am a little bit tired.
Yeah. Perfect peak proficiency with your lovely outfit over there.
Of course.
Yes. So go on then. Why don't you, as you say, cut the cake?
I've never actually said that. You just took that from my expression. And I'm going to kind of take a sip from my tea. So this is just me having a drink right now because I got.
So for the viewers in the room, it's a small little room. It's sort of painted red and it's got sort of black fake silks around it. Like this is a room that she's purposely set aside to attempt to have some sort of essence of sociability to her
Some
work.
decorum.
She's got a low table. As we said, we've got bean bags instead of like just small little pillows.
Yeah.
And Sherita, being Sherita, has an excess amount of tea. By the factor of she's probably got about 20 different types of tea. Every time she finds
Yeah.
one, she adds it to the collection.
Yeah, she's got like just a, most people have a spice rack. Sherita has a tea rack.
Yes, that is her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's already finished like the 6th pancake by now.
Yeah, I've had like 2 and I've just stopped to speak, but I'm just letting her continue eating, and I'm going to be like, hold on, you'll choke.
Well, I was disturbed, and and I don't like being disturbed when I'm sleeping, especially by an idiot.
Which one?
You're cute enough. You can stay.
Huh. Very well. Anyway, there's not much else to it. I've known you for years now. 2, to be precise.
Hmm.
Since I came here in the first place.
Indeed.
In many ways, I owe you my life. Without you, I wouldn't be alive, but watching you go about doing your quirky activities day to day, like like when you're trying to work on my car or this new project that you have, and you see it roll into the workshop, and you do this small gasping thing, which I find adorable. Like you're suddenly excited at the new project, or when you're cooking and you look like you're, I don't know, like a wife or something like that.
Yeah.
That is a little bit of a slip for Bastion, but and then he's like, I don't know, everything about you just. I don't know anything about marriage,
Actually,
but
when you say
you're the
that,
sort of person I wouldn't mind spending the rest of my life with.
she still sits back. Like she immediately stops eating when you say the word marriage. Like this is very serious coming out of Bastion.
He's a very serious guy, and
Yeah,
that's the sort of culture he comes from. So
true. And she sort of sits there and she properly thinks on it. Like she's smiling, but she's thinking on it. Like as if she's got like multiple thoughts going on. She's just.
I'm sure you have a lot to think about. I can give you space if you need.
It's all right. I'm just. Are you sure
Confused.
you can? It does seem a bit sudden. And frankly,
I've been holding this back for months. Of course, it seems sudden.
oh. Also, I. She sort of, as she's thinking, she sort of goes a bit more into her thoughtful, serious face, and she goes, "You're a Shadowrunner. Is that wise?"
Wise for.
Well, uh, having too close a connection can cause you to be a target. For example, if that guy was actually worth anything other than just being a complete and utter twat,
So you mean people could hunt you?
people could hunt you through me.
Hmm. Then I assure you, I would let no harm come to you, lest they lose their fingers and hands along with them.
Thing is, I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about you. You're the one who takes up these missions.
And yet, here I am, still alive.
Frankly,
Fate
I
smiles
do
upon me.
wonder. Honestly, like you came in like a wreck with that car. Like I'm surprised you got out of that car because, frankly, it is just a piece of metal right now.
You might as well sell it for scraps. I was about to say smelt, but
No, I'm gonna
uh,
rebuild it. I refuse to be. I will prove that I can put it back. I will put that thing back together if it's the last thing I do. She goes into
yes, with its
project
purple
mode.
dragon paint job as well, I'm sure.
She goes into project mode and she's like, Bastion, I've got blueprints about how this car's gonna look when I finished.
I'm kind of just like watching her amused whilst I drink my tea.
Like, we're gonna have like the trackers,
Hmm.
like something that jams them, and we're gonna have this, and she just spills off into a whole load of like technical, mechanical jargon that you don't quite understand. Um,
I'm not a very intelligent man.
well, whilst you have been around her for a while, she's
I
never
understand some stuff, but not
you've
huge.
never sort of stopped to ask about the various jargon that she uses because frankly she's usually rushing around at the speed of sound.
Seems to run on some sort of electricity.
She runs on something at least, probably pancakes. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, I will try and make it. I might even see if I can get some of that really fancy paintwork that allows you to change what the outside looks like. That'll be really helpful for your shadow running. But yeah,
Perhaps it could be branding for you.
I mean,
Outside of shadow running, of course.
I would like to hire a hand at some point. When I'm bigger, of course, I need to be able to. If I'm gonna hire someone, I need to be able to hire someone who I can hire for a long stint, and someone who I can trust with my shop. Because I'm not just trusting my shop with anyone. Maybe like a really small kid, because then you can like train them up and then like all that jazz.
I
And
think I might have someone in mind.
oh,
I'll tell you about it later.
okay. Um, see, she then sort of gets her mind out of the project. Like she obviously was like, "Ah, the car, yes, the car," and then she's like, "Wait,
Yeah,
hold on,
I could see
serious
her kind of
conversation."
drooling over more than the pancakes. So,
And she brings her mind back to the situation, and she's like, "I, we can try, but I suggest if we're gonna do that, we're gonna keep it really on the down low for a bit. At least until at least until we know what's going on, and until I can fix more security to my place, especially
or
this
not.
room.
Yeah, understandable.
I've already got some things sorted, and she shuffles the table to one side, and you see in the floor there is a piece of carpet that isn't quite the same color.
You have a panic room.
Not quite. And
You're serious.
she rolls it back, and she slides open, and there is just food for weeks in there. Like
Ah, you have a panic pantry.
yes,
I believe that is the term. Yes, pantry. I am not getting this wrong.
I believe so. I believe that's the English word for it.
Hmm. Okay.
Um,
Like, this is the last thing I was expecting out of you, but
well,
I was thinking more of like an attic with a shotgun.
I have a pipe wrench. I'm happy. And she slides it back on, and she slides the table back into
And I
place.
facepalm.
Hey, nobody can hack my pipe wrench.
I mean, you're not wrong,
And
but
frankly,
it's not exactly a ranged weapon either.
you see me throw spanners, right? I always keep spanners.
My future children will remember, yes.
And she just sort of falls back on the beanbags, just laughing. She's just remembering that time that you thought it'd be funny to sort of sneak up on her, you know.
What happened? I'll explain it. It's cool.
Go on.
I thought it'd be funny to sneak into her workshop, her workshop, whatever you want to call it. We call it a workshop from now on. It's like a mishmash of the two words, and she's a mechanic, so it makes sense. So basically, walking into the workshop, and it was her birthday, the last year, and I hadn't completely healed by that point, and Charite isn't exactly the best medic, so I looked like a little bit of a mummy. So there's me bursting into the room, like going "Happy birthday" in this kind of half-wounded voice, with a cake in my hand, and because she's obsessed with horror films, but she can never handle them. So is this kind of skull birthday cake as a bit of a joke? Um, and yeah, so she has this like it's obviously in the right candles and that sort of thing. And I kind of burst in with like a happy birthday, and then suddenly like Matrix style, she like turned around straight into the baby maker. And
Somehow,
I mean, the cake was actually fine.
yeah.
Like the cake was the only thing that was fine that day, I believe.
Well, you had put exactly the right amount of candles because she's quite
Yeah.
precise and she wants exactly the right amount of candles on her cake.
I've even like I've noticed how she did like some of her circuit boards, and I've done it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She felt very bad about that, but at the same time, she found that extraordinarily amusing.
I mean, she kind of liked taking care of me in bed. kind of like it's just one of those things that you can do. It's like taking care of a dog or something like that. Like it gives you that small little bit of happiness.
She,
Um,
she's a
Oxytocin.
she's a very caring sort of person, even if she,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So she didn't mind taking care of me for another couple of weeks. Um, oh, geez, that was a good time.
That's
Not
yeah.
really, but still. Uh,
She's currently just laughing. She's just like she just finds it really funny.
yeah, I'm kind of leaning back a little bit, but my eyes aren't leaving her face. I enjoy watching this sort of thing.
Uh, she sort of wipes a tear laughter from her face. It's like, well, you know that's not a good idea.
I guess I've learned my lesson.
Well, I saw
I'm kind
you
of
coming.
because she can't actually read my expression right now, can she?
I'll do a judge intentions again now. And now that there's been
Okay,
a bit more time, I'll do a judge intention.
okay.
Uh, see if she does a bit better now. Uh, she she zeroes out, so it's your surface expression.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm mock sulky at this point. Like I look like I'm kind of yeah, that wasn't really funny sort of thing.
No, I'm sorry. Okay, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, I've got my spanners. I've got my pipe wrench. I've got guns laying somewhere around in my shop.
Somewhere does not seem prepared. Like you arrested this.
They come off my cars. They kind of had to go somewhere.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be cars in your car. No.
There's going to be cars in my car.
She still stops. She's like,
This sounds brilliant. I love this.
oh, maybe I will put a car in your car. But guns. There might be a gun.
I think I should name my car Bumblebee
She tilts her head.
or Autobots. Hmm. Yes. Never mind. Carry on.
She's not quite as up
And
on
look
the.
pointedly at the audience.
She's not quite as up on the on old films as you are.
Oh no. No way. Oh god. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. She looks at you. She's like, we could try. I mean, this is her turn to get all shy and awkward now.
Try. And I raise a brow.
And she gets all awkward. I
Oh, you mean? Oh no, not quite yet. I don't think.
no. I mean she's yeah, she's not entirely sure how to word it correctly, especially
Okay.
she's talking in English to practice her English
I look.
as she usually do.
I look very. My expression changes considering her insight isn't so good right now. And I look very scrutinizing. I'm like, you've got a bit of syrup on your lip. Come here.
What, where?
And lean in, and I give her a kiss on the lips.
Hey.
Is that good enough for you?
She has gone from confused and usual Sheraton sort of overexcitement to just blush completely red.
Yeah, kettle red. Okay.
Yep. And she's just like,
I wait.
she looks like she's trying to look around for something to say. She's not entirely sure what to say.
By all means, take your time.
She sort of picks up the tea, almost as if to try and
Just clean it up and take it out. Yep. I'm in the cup and she's just hiding behind the cup. That's adorable.
She's using the cup to sort of buy time to try and like let her brain react to what's just happened.
I kind of pour myself some tea. More tea.
Yes. Good idea.
I'm just giving her an hour here. And I pour her some tea and that sort of thing, and just yeah.
That's yeah. So yeah, once she's actually gathered her thoughts and her words together into the same brain, she's like, so yeah, you you wanna be
Yes.
girlfriend and boyfriend. I think is that the term they use
You
here?
almost make it sound juvenile, but yes.
Oh, you are 19. and she's
And yet, I feel older.
yeah, you act older. You act older.
Someone has to.
You say I don't at my age.
And yet, I've seen you when a project comes rolling into the garage.
I get
You may
excited.
as well be a teenager.
Hey, it's an opportunity to use my spanners, okay? And also, I make money out of it.
Well, there's always an up.
Yeah. That and also people end up going, oh look, it's a woman who's doing mechanics, and I'm like, yeah, a woman who does mechanics with spanners and a pipe wrench and can kick your ass at the same time as fixing your car.
Why do I see so many old cartoons? An independent woman who don't need no man.
I don't know. I think I could handle having a man. And she gives you a very direct sort of smile.
Then it's settled. Tell me, you don't know much about old films, do you?
No. Didn't really grow up with mini films.
I kind of pick her up, lead her to my room.
Uh,
Literally, bridal style, pick her up because she's 2 right now.
yeah, she's just sort of eeps as you do so.
Okay. Yeah. So, take her to my room, and I say, you know, you've never really been in my room much, have you?
No, only to clean.
Then I like literally look over. I like kind of footsie open the door. It's like a sliding door, so
Yeah.
it's quite easy. And
She's
I walk in.
attention
I
Joffrey
look.
style.
I like veer her over to the right, and there's just like a huge, just a collection. Like, if any of you who don't know this yet, like Bastion is a huge nerd, and he lost his old collection when he moved to England. He couldn't take it with him for reasons that you have yet to know. So you have to keep watching the series. Haha. Um, yeah. So he has a huge collection of just movies now that he's just like kind of attached to over the years and adopted and put on a shelf. And he goes, "This will be a good start." And that's what we're going to end tonight.
Yep. So thank you everyone for joining us for a rather adorable episode.
Because you're not getting one on Valentine's Day.
You never know. You never know. Thank you for joining us on the road to chaos. Hope you come see us for the finale of the mission. Sorry about last week. Discord decided to not be fun, but yes.
Over 56 Discord servers went down.
Yep.
So it's
It's not my
they're
fault.
like proper. No. It was one of the problems back at base.
Yep.
So they had to do a huge fix. It took about 3 hours to get back online again. So in case that thing happens in the future, don't worry about it. We'll just post the rest of the next episode as soon as we can.
Well, fortunately, it cut off at a rather convenient spot, so that's perfectly fine with me. So everyone, have a good night. It's good night from me, Shadow Shademore, and good night from Major Do Strong.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Rest well, Winky Face.
No.